my friends, now let's immediately delve into the situation on the Kupyansk front. Here, I want to highlight a crucial detail. The General Staff itself has reported on Russian attacks on the village of Peshchanoe. This essentially confirms that the occupiers have already taken control of the village of Tabayivka. It's worth noting that just a few days ago, they gained control over the village of Kreminna. However, today, the Ukrainian forces have refuted the information about the capture of Tabayivka.
The armed forces of Ukraine denied information about the capture of Tabayivka near Kupyansk. Russian propagandists began to spread information online about the alleged capture of Tabayivka in the Kupyansk direction. However, according to the head of the Public Relations Service of the Command of the Ground Forces of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, Volodymyr, this is not true. Fighting continues there. Hostilities are taking place there, respectively. The enemy has not captured any Tabayivka. Therefore, such minimal advances in this territory are all that the invaders were able to do. And on our part, the main thing is to save the lives of servicemen. If there is an opportunity to stand on the best lines in order to take up defense and then move on to offensive actions, to improve the tactical situation, this will be done, Video said.
However, the situation is still not favorable in the areas of Kyslivka and Ivanivske. So the deeper they are surrounded by occupiers, the more challenging it becomes to maintain defense there. Shelling persists in these areas, although the Ukrainian forces have previously reported attacks. However, today there isn't significant activity in these areas. Now let's smoothly transition to the Svatove region. Here we observed periodic attacks on Tabayivka yesterday. Although there are no attacks today, they are trying to extend another wedge into our defense on this section of the front. However, a small river may hinder their progress. Therefore, we await further developments. No advancements by the Russians were recorded in this area over the day. In the direction of Kreminna, the occupiers continue offensive actions in the areas of the settlements Terny and Yampolivka. Within the day, 6 attacks were conducted here. However, they still haven't achieved any successes, and the front line remains unchanged. The Ukrainian forces report from the ground.
Now the Russians are putting concrete pressure. There are no small groups in the direction of Torsky. They are attacking 20 to 40 pieces. Unfortunately, 2 fighters were taken prisoner today. It will be difficult for us before the elections in Russia. Now they need victories at any cost.
In the Siversk direction, the occupiers still haven't managed to capture Bilogorivka, and today shelling continues along the entire front line. In the Bakhmut direction, the occupiers are advancing on Ivanivske and Klishchiivka. There is a significant amount of shelling reported in other populated areas. In the Avdiivka direction, despite their reduced activity, the occupiers conducted 21 attacks within the day. The situation remains challenging as the occupiers attempt to move within the city, so complicating the defense and leading to urban clashes. To address this, the occupiers have deployed Storm Z and Storm V units totaling 40,000 troops, further complicating the city's defense. So today, the occupiers are attempting to break through towards Ocheretine, and battles persist in the areas of Bakhmutivka and Svatove. Similarly, battles are ongoing in Avdiivka itself, and there is good news in this regard. Currently, on the geolocation map, it shows that the Ukrainian forces managed to push the occupiers out of the positions in the private sector, forcing them to retreat about 1.5 kilometers. So this is excellent news. Ukrainian forces also report a successful counterattack, pushing the occupiers out of the outskirts of the city. While this is promising, vigilance is crucial as the occupants' storming actions continue. Battles are ongoing on the southern flank, in the areas of Permyske and Nevelske, but there are no significant successes for the Russians here. In the Marinka area, the occupiers conducted a total of 18 attacks, focusing on storming Ukrainian positions near the village of Georgiivka, Pobeda, and Novomykhailivka. The situation is extremely challenging, but the Ukrainian forces maintain their defense and the front line remains unchanged. In the Vuhledar direction, the occupiers have ceased attacks on Staromayorsk, failing to achieve success. In the area of Zolota Neva, Ukrainian forces successfully repelled them and the front line remains unchanged. Today, only shelling is reported. In the Zaporizhzhia direction, shelling continues across the entire front line and battles are ongoing in the area of Verbove. The occupiers cannot expand their controlled territory. Within the day, there was one attack, but it didn't lead to any successes for the Russians. The Ukrainian forces successfully dispersed their formations and the front line remains unchanged. In the Kherson direction, shelling of the right bank persists. Additionally, daily assaults on the village of Krynky are reported. The occupiers claim to have conducted 8 assaults within the day, all of which were unsuccessful. The Ukrainian forces continue to defend their stronghold, holding their ground without retreating.
O'Day there were 8 inconclusive assaults on the village of Krynky. Assault groups from all regiments of the 104th Airborne Assault Division were sent to the assaults. In addition, groups from the 26th Motorized Rifle Regiment, the 70th Motorized Rifle Brigade and the 144th Motorized Rifle Brigade also took part in the assaults. The assaults were without full-fledged artillery support, only mortars worked. Apparently, it is not for nothing that the commander of the Dnipro Main Command was recently in the 104th Airborne Division. Meat assaults, as a punishment for the 104th Airborne Division, continue. The division is gradually reset. Losses are mounting.
Overall, Russian losses are increasing, which is what is needed. Nevertheless, we understand that the situation on the front is very challenging. Meanwhile, Russian propagandists are discussing the possibility of a military alliance between Russia and China in the near future. So they aim to include Iran and North Korea in the alliance, but they express some skepticism about its feasibility.
Я хотел бы вернуться вот к этому вопросу, который возник о русско-китайском военном союзе, да? Вот, а также о привлечении к этому союзу таких стран, как Иран, Северная Корея. Должен заметить, что вообще-то китайцы совершенно не желают каким-то образом формализовать вот ныне существующие, достаточно тесные по любым международным меркам и военные, и политические, и экономические связи между Китаем и Российской Федерацией. Ну, то, что когда и в Пекине, и в Москве говорят о беспрецедентном, так сказать, уровне сотрудничества между двумя нашими странами, это сущая правда. Пожалуй, такого не было со времен, с февраля 1950 года, когда был заключен вот этот договор о дружбе, союзе и взаимной помощи с Китайской Народной Республикой. Вот при товарище Сталине еще уровень был где-то примерно такой. К тому же в это время шла война в Корее, так сказать, где наши и китайские военные сражались плечом к плечу против общего врага. Но затем возникли, как известно, серьезные, так сказать, проблемы, и этот союз распался. И вот если говорить о китайской внешней политике, Китай, он, видимо, совершенно не стремится к созданию какой-то системы союзов. От слова совсем. Вот не нужно это китайцам, и все. И для этого имеются определенные причины. Китай не собирает... Военный союз нужен для ведения войны. Это единственная цель, для чего, собственно, заключается такого рода договор. Китайцы не собираются вести войну с США, с Объединенным Западом, несмотря на очень серьезные проблемы и противоречия в отношениях.
And that's all for me. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on all the latest news. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye-bye.